And you know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to negotiate this down. My first thing, what I'd like to do is I'd like to negotiate this down to $2 per thousand if I can, or less. Okay. And the way I'm going to do that is this. I'm going to approach this network. Okay. I'm going to approach this agency. I'm going to say, hey, look, you got to keep in mind, agencies, they also have, they also profit from this as well. Okay. And guys, it looks like just my comments just disappeared. I don't know if it disappeared for you or not. Paul, if you can Skype me, man, or text me or something, let me know if the comments, maybe if we need to get Jared on it or something, let him know. We might have some server issues because of the number of people. But here's $4 per 1,000 impressions. Okay, so if I buy 100,000 impressions, okay, that would be 100 times 4. Okay, $4. Even if I did not negotiate, that would cost me $400 to get 100,000 impressions. Okay, $400. Now, here's how I do my math. Okay, let me open my thing here. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'll make it bigger. So let's say if I wanted to buy 100,000 impressions. Okay, that would cost me, without negotiations, $400. Okay, I want to negotiate it down to $200 if possible. Okay, and how I'm going to do that is I'm going to approach this agency. I'm going to say, hey, look, I have a big budget. I have deep pockets. Okay, but I'd like to run a test with you for this particular. I mean, there is 18 million impressions available in inventory per month. Okay, obviously for me to get all that would be a lot of money. But I'm gonna say, hey, if I can make this work, okay, I'm gonna give you a lot of money. That's my approach. Okay, and I'm gonna try to negotiate it down to $200 because there is a also there is a profit that the agency has on top. Okay, so there is a markup. That's my goal. Here's something else. Okay, so if I'm going to promote an offer, okay, I get 100,000 impressions. Generally, what I see on average, okay, if you target your stuff correctly, which I'm going to show you how to do. Okay, give you guys some really good insights on how to target your banners correctly. Okay, what usually will happen is this is on the low average side. Okay, I'd rather be conservative. Is there is a 0.5%, so there's a 0.5% click-through rate. Okay, CTR, click-through rate. So if I have 5% or 0.5% click-through rate, I will have, what is that? I'm terrible at math. Gotta use my calculator. So we'll get 100,000 impressions. Okay, 100,000 times 0.005, right? 0.5%. That would mean 500 clicks. Okay, is this right? 0.5% times 0.005. I think that, yep, that's 0.5%. Yep, 500. Yep. Okay, 500 clicks. Now check this out. If I get that, okay, and I spend $400 to get 500 clicks, that is not very hot. Okay, this would be an example to where I would either need to negotiate it down, okay, or I'm not going to go for this offer, okay, because this is a little bit too much. I want my click to cost under $1. You guys with me? If I can get a click for 60 or 80 cents per click, okay, of targeted traffic, and I can turn that into a profit, if I can have my return on my investment 100%, if I can get a click for 60 cents and make $1.20, okay, that's the idea, folks. Okay, now, when I found that, right? Let's say I find a site that will allow me to do that based on my estimated numbers, and I test it, and and that's the case. You know what? I just found myself a well of fresh water I can drink out of. Okay, and there are sites. I'm going to show you. Let's see if we can find this together. There are sites that will allow you to do that. Okay, to where you can tap into millions of impressions and get your clicks for as low as 60, 70 cents per click. Okay, but in this example, this would be I would definitely try to negotiate it down to 200 because I'm a direct marketer. I'm a direct response type guy, right? I'm not there to just get myself brand awareness. I don't need that. I need ROI. So I would come back to this guy and I'd say, hey, look, you're asking $400 for 100,000 impressions. If I can get it down to 200, okay, because at $400, that would be, I'll get 500 clicks on average, approximately. Now that might be more. Maybe my CTR is going to be 0.75 or something. I'm just again keeping it on the low end. 500 clicks that I would get estimated, right? Divided by $400, that would be, actually, we need to do it the other way around. $400 divided by 500 clicks. Okay, that would be 80 cents per click. Now, that's on the borderline, okay? 80 cents per click. If I can get this down to 200, okay, which there is a good possibility I might, okay, divided by 500 clicks, estimated, okay, I hope you guys are with me. That will give me 40-cent clicks, okay? Now, if I can get a click for 40 cents, if I can get 500 clicks, okay, if I can spend $200, okay, let's say I get 500 clicks, and I get 2% conversions, right? 2% conversions on my product, and let's say my product sells for whatever. Let's say it's $50, okay? Equals. Again, I'm just thinking out loud here, okay? So 500. Because before I run an offer, a lot of people don't do this. A lot of people just throw in money blindly. They never estimate, 500 times 0.2%, that would be 10 sales times $50. That would be $500. Okay. See, if I just run these numbers like this, okay, and if I sell a product that pays me commissions for $50, and again, there's, you got to know your numbers. Now, there are some, obviously, when you're promoting, like, for example, I'm with Empower Network, and every sign up for me personally is worth, even though it's only $25 on the front end, every sign up, the lifetime value for that sign up is worth $1,364, $67 for me. Okay, so obviously, this would be a steal. I mean, I would do it all day long. Okay, you just it depends what you promote, right, and how much money you make. But again, I'm just breaking this down for you guys so that it makes sense, so you understand how I break my numbers down. Okay, but let's say if all you made, there was no back-end sales or nothing, okay, no upsells. You'd make $500. Okay. Now, if I can spend 200 to make 500, I would do it all day long, and if I can make this work. Now, you may be promoting something that pays out $100, or maybe there's a back end, and maybe your lifetime customer value is $500 or $300. You see what I'm saying? Or maybe you are promoting a CPA offer that nobody needs to buy anything, and maybe your conversion, out of those people, maybe you're getting a 15%. All right, 15% conversion on that. Does that make sense? So you just got to play with numbers before you actually buy, okay? But as far as, actually going to leave this on, but as far as inventory, folks, there is virtually unlimited, okay? We can go to, let's go to buy sell ads here again. We can go to business and finance here, for example, okay? Check this out. 285,000 monthly impressions, work awesome. 225,000 monthly impressions. I actually wonder what that is. Okay, 210,000 impressions estimated, $6 per 1,000. That's a little high. Okay, that's a little high. I want to keep it down to about $2. So again, I would actually negotiate it. Now check this out. This will give me 210,000 impressions. Okay, for $240 straight up for 30 days. Okay, for 30 days. And this is a 300 by 200 banner. Okay, so this is something I might test. Okay, but buy sell ads is one of the intermediate networks. Okay, another one, like I said, is let's see. Let me go back here. I want to show you guys a couple. We'll just pick some. Whatever. Exaclick. Okay, let me show you the Exaclick. I actually have accounts with them. Okay, Exaclick. I'm going to log into my account. We'll go to new campaign. Here is how easy and here's how simple it is to run and to place an ad. I'm actually going to show you how to. We might actually show these folks here. They have, I believe, 3.2 billion impressions every single day. Okay, guys, 3.2 billion impressions every single day. Now, here is how I would set up a campaign on Exaclick, and it's actually very similar with everything else that's out there. Okay. Campaign name. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna do this. Let's do this together because next Hangout we can. Next Hangout, we can come back and I can actually show you the results together. Okay, we can actually do this together. Hold on a sec. Oh. I'm gonna log into my ClickBank account and go to Marketplace. Is this stuff? You guys with me so far? Okay, impressions. People are asking what impression is. Impression is when somebody sees your ad, when somebody goes to that site and your banner is displayed. Okay, it's called an impression. When somebody opened the website, they went to that website, it loaded up, and your banner displayed for them. Okay, it's considered an impression. Okay. Let's go ahead and set up a campaign together. I'm just gonna go to ClickBank here in a minute, and go to Marketplace, and we'll just pick an offer, and I can't type and talk at the same time. Hold on. We'll pick an offer, and I'm going to run an offer. We're going to do it together. And then next time, I'm going to show you how it did and what it did. Now, I may need to optimize it after the Hangout and stuff as far as sending it to, creating a landing page for it, because every offer I promote, I always send traffic to my landing page. Okay, I usually never send traffic to the directly to the offer. Okay, but I'm going to show you guys how simple this thing really is. Okay, I'm going to let's share my screen with you guys again. Share screen. This is really simple. Okay. Go to ClickBank Marketplace. I'll just pick a product. Now, it doesn't have to be ClickBank, folks. I just want to show you something. All right, something. Now, Exaclick, this is more of an entertainment site. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find something that would be mass appealing. Okay, a product that would be of a mass appeal product. Let me check out health. I saw there's a lot of health and fitness stuff. We're going to talk about selecting product and what I'm looking for and stuff like that, guys. Venus Factor. What the heck is this?
Hello. The following presentation does.
Okay, so it looks like it's for women. Okay, just a video sales letter. Fat loss. And this product has been on here forever. Fat loss. I'm just gonna pick this. I'm just gonna pick this product right here. Fat loss factor. Okay. So it's gonna pay me $40. Now you guys can promote this with any. Again, you can apply this to anything out there. Okay. Just for the fun of it, I wanna create a link, and I'm gonna promote this. Okay. Here's my link. Nice. I'm gonna come back here. I'm going to name this campaign Fat Loss Factor. All right. I'm gonna promote on web. Traffic type. I'm gonna say category will be in entertainment. They also do looks like adult stuff, which I'm not into that. So I'm just gonna keep it to entertainment. Ad format. Okay, tip number 2 or tip number whatever the number is. All right, guys, check this out. Stick with 300 by 250 banner sizes, if you can. All right, 300 by 250 is the banner size that I'm gonna test the first. I'm not gonna test a bunch of them. A lot of people are just uploading all kinds of banners, and they're just kind of going blindly with this thing. I want to stick with one banner and see how that's going to perform. Okay, and if it performs good, then I'm gonna add other sizes of the same, of the same banner or similar banner. Make sense? So banner size, I'm just gonna stick with one. And I'm going to target English-speaking countries, which is United States, already here. Okay, I'm going to say, I'm going to get, let's see, Australia. Though my friends are down under Australia. Where are you at? Right here. Okay, I'm going to add Australia. I'm going to add Canada. All right, Canada. I'm going to add United Kingdom. Okay, UK. Right here. So I'm just going to target English-speaking countries because there's no point of me targeting, Uzbekistan. Those folks probably don't speak English anyway. So I'll be wasting my impressions. Okay. Now check this out. This particular selection, okay, is going to give me 1.5 million daily impressions. This is what I'm tapping into right here. Okay, 1.5 million daily impressions. Okay. And my banners are going to be posted on 490 sites. 490 websites, my friends. Okay, now let's take a look. Let's go further. Let's go to configuration and pricing. Okay, pricing model. I can do cost per thousand, right, CPM, or I can do, let's see, this particular site allows me to do cost per click. Okay, so if I have a choice between cost per thousand and cost per click, I'm going to start testing cost per click because I want to get ROI as fast as possible. Okay. Now, some of these sites will not allow you to get to price as cost per click. Okay. So a lot of these sites will just do cost per 1,000, which is fine. But if I have a choice between cost per 1,000 and cost per click, I will always go for cost per click, because it's more efficient. Okay, frequency capping, there is no capping because there is cost per click. I'm only paying for clicks. Okay, now check this out. It's my CPC pricing, right? It's currently set to 1 cent per click. Now I'm gonna run this run on network. Okay, so I'm gonna view run on network prices, and I just want to see. I want to look at the minimums. Okay, for this particular for these particular countries that I selected. So Australia, it looks like it's 10 cents. Okay, United States. Let's see, United States. I had English-speaking countries for web traffic, right? 10 cents. So what I'm gonna do is see. I can also target iPhones. I can target all kinds of stuff, right? Which I'm not gonna get. I will not get into that stuff on this particular training. We might cover that later on. But looks like 10 cents would be the minimum for me that's recommended. Okay, guess what I'm going to do here? Instead of 1 cent here, I'm going to change it to 10 cents. All right, 10 cents per click. If anybody of you guys remember when it used to be that we could advertise on Google for 13 and 15 and 20 cents per click. People made killing on that stuff, right? well, here's back again. I mean, I'm tapping into 1.5 million impressions daily, all right? And I'm only going to pay 10 cents per click. Now, my daily maximum budget, of course, I'm not going to spend 10,000. I'm actually going to keep it very conservative. I'm going to say $50 per day. Ad group, I'll just leave it no group. Ad group, let's say if I wanted to promote, health and wellness products, and then there's maybe, marketing products, and maybe there's some CPA stuff, I would group them together. Okay. Site targeting, I can do now. Look at the difference. Okay. 1.5 million impressions, 490 sites. Okay. When we select run of network. Okay. When I change it to premium, and I can actually select specific networks, then obviously, depending on which sites I'm going to promote, and I can check out the sites and stuff like that, then my impressions are going to change based on what sites I select. What I'm going to do is, guess what? Because I'm doing cost per click, right? I'm going to do a run of networks. Okay? I'm just going to select this RON, and I'm going to tap into the 1.5 million impressions. Okay? Then I click on step 4 here, marketing material, and I need to just get myself a banner to load and a URL where to send traffic to. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to my ClickBank, right, where this offer is at. And again, whatever it is that you're promoting, let's say if you're promoting your own product, or maybe you're promoting, maybe it's Empower Network, maybe it's some kind of other company, maybe it's whatever it is that you're promoting, guys, right? What you can do is you can just go to a place like, $20banners.com, okay? $20banners.com, and you can get yourself banners created. Okay, $25, $24. They got different packages here. Okay, it's really not expensive. For this demonstration purpose, because I just want to see what this fat loss factor is going to do for me, I'm just going to see if they have some banners here. All right, weight loss factor affiliates. So let me get to their affiliate site and see if I can download some banners. Affiliate. Okay, marketing tools, banners. Okay, a lot of times these guys will give me, see, I already got all kinds of banners here. Okay, for this fat loss product. I don't like these. They're too generic. They're too cliche. They're too standard. I might take this cartoon one just to see how it's gonna work. Okay. Now the size of the banner that I took was what? It was 300 by 250. Okay, 300 by 250, and I think that this is 300 by 250 right here. I'm gonna save image as. I'm gonna save it to my desktop. Okay, I'm gonna take this image, and I'm also going to take another one, just so I can split test them. Let's see if there is another one. See, these are just too standard. I don't like. I mean, it's like it's gonna fall into the banner blindness for me. I don't want to do that. I want to get something that's a little bit more. That's a little different. Okay, so we got the cartoon. I need another one here. 300 by 250. Let's see if we can get another one. 300 by 250. 300 by 250. Well, let me just take this one. I think this is 300 by 250 also. Save this as well. Okay. Come back over here. I'm going to upload my banners that I just saved. All right. I'm going to enter my URL, which is my affiliate URL. But see, what I would do, folks, is I'm going to optimize this. I'm going to show you what I did, because I don't want to take the time right now. But here's what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to create a landing page for this offer. Okay, I'm going to create a landing page for this offer. For those of you guys who have access to High Traffic Academy, you guys have Easy Landing Page Pro. Those of you guys who are in Big Idea Mastermind, you have Easy Landing Page Pro 2 that you can just get those created. It's already, it's available to you. Okay, or you can just create, a landing page using whatever other landing page creators that you want out there. Okay, but I want to send traffic to the landing page. I want to capture those leads, and then I want to redirect them to this affiliate link right over here. Okay, and also what I would do is I would actually take that landing page and I would forward it onto the tracking link so that I can track my clicks. Okay, because I don't have the time to do that now, I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm just gonna put these up and then come back and tell you guys how that worked. Okay, I'm gonna upload another banner here. Okay, I might need to come back and upload it later because that's already there and it might not take it. I might need to come back to this. Okay, advanced settings. This is retargeting. I'm not going to retarget it for now. I mean, I can later, but I just want to, see how it's going to do. Okay, so basically, I just want to tap into the 1.5 million impressions. I'm going to save my campaign, and that's it. It's pending approval, folks. It's going to take like a day or a couple of days for them to approve me, and then once it's approved, I'm going to come back and I'm going to add another banner so I can split test the banners. Okay, and that's it. All right, I'm going to check my stats. And see how it did. Now next time I'm going to show you guys how this particular offer did. But this is basically, I wanted to show you how simple it is to set up a campaign on these intermediate networks. Okay, very, very, very simple, as you saw that. Okay, that was the point. Now there's a couple things I'm going to do. Again, I'm going to put a tracking link in here. I'm going to create a landing page and just change the URL where the banner is going when it's clicked. Okay. But that's pretty much it. Okay, let's come back because we still have quite a few things to cover. So that's the intermediate buy example. And again, these are some of the networks. Actually, WEM network is pretty awesome. Exoclick is pretty awesome. All of these actually are cool networks. You guys can check them out if you want. Okay. All right. Big network buys. Okay. Gotta tell you a couple things about it, folks. You buy basically what you do here, and this is where a lot of people start, and that's a big mistake. Okay, you don't want to go to big networks right away. Okay, I'm going to tell you why in a minute, and I'm going to actually give you a blueprint, a formula for you to follow. All right, so you can scale this up. Now, but the idea here is basically you buy banner space across thousands of different websites. Okay, thousands. This is, I mean, the potential for scaling here is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, it's incredible. This is where you take your stuff and you can just, I mean, once it's working on a lower level for you, with the direct buys and intermediate buys. Let's say if I ran that ad and it worked for me and I turned positive ROI. You know what? I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna go to the big network. I'm gonna say, hey, let's set me up on a 30-day net, right? So I don't have to pay you for 30 days. I'm gonna get a bunch of visitors to that site, right? Provided it converted for me on a small test. And this is how you go from literally, making $500 to, 20,000, in like a couple days. I mean, it's really that simple. Okay. The potential for scaling is absolutely incredible. Now, it can be dangerous if you don't know your numbers. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Okay. Basically, you get positive ROI from your direct buys and intermediate buys, and then you scale big through network buys. Okay. Here's some couple pieces of advice I'm going to give you, free of charge. All right. You typically, when doing a big network buy, all right, you typically need to sign a contract with them. Okay, an agreement. It's called the insertion order. And one thing that I highly recommend if you're going to go this route is make sure, if you guys are taking notes, this is a good thing to write down. When you are buying ads from big networks, okay, big networks, and when you have to sign a contract with them, right? Let's say they say, okay, you your insertion order is we're going to deliver 1 million or 5 million impressions for you over the next 30 days or whatever, right? Well, that's your contract, okay? Make sure, and this highly, highly recommended. Some of them will not allow you to do this, but I suggest that you have an out clause written in the contract, basically meaning that you can back out. Okay, you can back out from your contract at any time you want. Okay, if you committed to buying, let's say, 500,000 or 1 million impressions, all right, because these are big buys, and if you don't see positive ROI on your first, in your first couple of days or whatever, then you have an ability to say cancel my order, cancel my contract, and I'm not going to pay for the outstanding order. Okay, because obviously the offer is not converting. Okay. Now, normally, if you do it right, you will not have to. You will not run into that issue if you tested your stuff on a smaller scale and it converted for you on a smaller scale. Okay, so I'm showing you this so that you understand how to do it when you do it. Make billing off of your server's numbers you're tracking. So what I like to do, and again, this is not the case every single time. They will not allow you to do this every single time, but anytime I can, is I want to pay for my impressions, pay for my stats, right? Based on my tracking. So I'm gonna set up my own tracking link that's on my server, and I will track my stuff, right? I'll tell them, I say, hey, look, I'm gonna track my stuff because I want to track uniques, right? I don't know. If they're going to track unique clicks or impressions or not, so that I can pay based on my tracking, okay? And I give them access to my stats, and then they bill me based on my tracking. That's that way you just make sure that you don't get screwed. Always run even delivery, okay? When you run a campaign on big networks, you will get traffic fast and furious. I mean, you can get you can literally get 200 or 300,000 impressions in like an hour. I mean that can drain your bank account faster than you can blink. Okay, so what I do is I always run my campaign evenly, for traffic. So let's say if I buy 1 million impressions over the last 7 days, or over the next 7 days, or over the next 30 days, right? I want to specify how many impressions I want to get per day, okay? And so I just want to even them out per day so that I don't get bombarded, and I don't know what's going on. There is a couple of things that I do need to warn you about though when it comes to big buys. And guys, if you are just getting started, if you haven't done the direct buys or intermediate buys yet, don't go here just yet. I mean, this is just out there. This is available for you, but this thing can be a little dangerous, if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, but if you do know what you're doing, right? When you make this stuff work on a smaller scale, man, this becomes your. It's ridiculous what you can do with this. Okay, there is a major risk of big losses. Again, if you don't know what you're doing. You don't get you don't get a lot of information on which sites your ads are running with big networks, so they can just run your ads on sites that are not necessarily very targeted to your offer. That's kind of the downside. It takes some time to optimize it, just because you don't necessarily know what sites are running your ads, so it may take a little time to optimize. But this is a goldmine strategy if you know your numbers and have a good converting funnel. Okay, and I'm actually going to do some trainings on that a little bit later. I just don't want to focus too much on this right now. Okay, here are some network buys, huge network buys. Okay, Pulse 360, and typically you need to have deeper pockets to play with these guys, but this is for scaling. Okay, I'm just gonna fly through this. Here are some tips I want to tell you guys. Okay, these tips when you guys do your direct buys or intermediate buys, this is something you need to know. Okay, before you run an ad, you gotta have something to sell. I mean, it's just simple as that. And if you have something that's a mass appeal offer, right, something that appeals to the masses, it's even better, so that you can just target it, and a lot of people will be interested in what you got to sell. Do your research on the product. You know, when I research products, folks, again, don't have the time for actually going into too much details on this, but I'll tell you this. Competition is good, okay? I don't want to promote products that have no competition. A lot of people, they try to look for products with zero competition, you know, startups and pre-launches and all that stuff. I'm not into that, you know. That's not my game. I wanna promote a product that already has huge competition. You know, when I went into you know, when I got started with Empower Network back in December, they already had like 60 or 70,000 members. Okay, and people were telling me that, I was saying, Vic, you're crazy, man. You know, there is no. I mean, this thing is saturated. You know, what are you doing? You know, but see, because I understand, right? I understand how to create campaign, right, and how to target, how to get, you know, people to take a look at what you got. It's not an issue. It's actually a good thing when a product has competition, okay? Because then what you do is it's already in demand, right? Then you just tweak your funnel just a little bit. You create a landing page that's a little bit different what everybody else has, right? And you just target that because it's selling, it's converting. People want that, and you capitalize on the momentum, but you tweak your stuff just a little bit, and you get massive. You know, you get massive list for yourself, and even if I mean, obviously not everybody's going to buy your stuff right away, right? Let's say 2 or 3% of people buy, but you still captured, you know, all of those people that opted in to your list, and you can promote other offers, similar offers to them anytime you want, and it's, you know, it's like, you know, free marketing now. You know, it becomes your free marketing, and now you're starting to build relationship with your list, and that's a whole another topic we can talk about maybe sometime later. Okay, but competition is good when selecting your product, when researching your products. You got to know your market. You know why people buy, what they buy. Think logically. You know, what I do is I put myself in my customer's shoes. When I do promotions, when I do you know, any you know, when I set up campaigns, especially if I have control over how I'm going to target a campaign, right? Maybe I'm going to do a banner creation, right? Maybe I'm going to do a whatever, right? An email. I always put myself on the other side of the fence, right? I always put myself in my customers. If I was my own customer, what would I want? You know, I talked about this, you know, for those of you guys who attended my previous Hangouts, you know, I talked about this before. I said, look, people don't buy products, right? People buy solutions. And if you can sell a solution, you will be a lot better off. Okay, don't sell products, sell solutions. People don't buy, you know, weight loss, you know, products or how-to information, how to lose weight, because they want, you know, an ebook or whatever that would talk about how to lose weight. People don't buy ebooks, right? People buy because they want to lose weight. All right. You know, if you're promoting, let's say if you're promoting a weight loss product and it's talking about your banner is talking about 5 foods not to eat, right? Don't send them to a site that talks about 5 foods they should eat, right? Because it's not, you see, it's contradicting each other. It's not congruent. You want to make sure that your marketing funnel is very smooth, right? You take them and your messaging is congruent from the beginning to the end, okay? And a lot of times what I would do is I would actually create my marketing pieces from the actual sales letter or a sales video from the product that I'm promoting, okay? But just, you know, simple people's, you know, human psychology, just kind of, if you think about that, you know, how can you sell a solution? How can your product be of a solution? And what is that main thing that people will get from using your product, okay? And target that. Talk about that in your message, and you should be good. Again, keep your message congruent. More success tips. Prepare your campaign for domination. A lot of people just go at this thing blindly. You know, they don't they don't take the time. They don't think their campaigns through. Okay, they just start a campaign and they go after the huge buys. They invest, you know, $2,000, and they pray and hope that it's going to work for them, and they have no idea if it will or not. What I want to do is I want to prepare my campaigns for domination. You know, I want to strategize a little bit. Again, you want to test on a smaller scale before you spend a lot of money. and you want to prepare it, right? So here's how I would prepare it. I would start with a banner size for this particular strategy. I would start with a banner size 300 by 250. That's it. Okay. Cut out all the other banners, all the other sizes. To start with, to run my test, this would be the banner I would run. This size. Okay. 300 by 250. I want to make sure that my banner, especially when I'm doing testing, I want to make sure that that banner is placed above the fold if possible. Okay? Above the fold is very important. I want to start small. I want to do direct buys. I want to do intermediate buys. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I forgot to tell you this. I told you that I would show you this. Before I forget, let me do this right now. How to do how to find direct advertisers, right? So let's say we go, oh, heck, let's just take a look at this, right? So we go to ad packs, okay? 13 million impressions here. Take a look at this site right here, okay? $1,500 for 30 days, 650,000 impressions. Let's see if they have this banner size. See, they don't have 300 by 250 banner size. Not available. Let's check this out. Adpacks.com. Okay, if we just go to this site, a lot of times if you just go and just go to contact right here, okay, you go to contact. See, it says want to advertise. Okay, you just contact them and you just say, hey, I would like to run some banners on your site. I would like to run a 300 by 250 banner on your site. You know, what would be the price point, what would be the availability, all that good stuff. You don't even mention that you found them on buy sell ads, okay? But you go directly to them, and what you're doing is you're gonna cut out this middleman, okay? You're gonna cut out buy sell ads. Now, if they have an exclusive agreement with buy sell ads, then they won't sell you, okay? And they'll tell you to go back through you know, their agent, which in this case is buy sell ads. But a lot of times these folks will not. I mean, a lot of times they will just, you know, they don't care. You know, what you do is you're going to save a lot of money. You're going to save about 20 to 30%. Okay, by cutting out this middleman, if you can. All right. So you know, anytime I have an ability to do that, I always do that. You know, just go directly to the owner of the website. You know, maybe promoting some kind of gaming offers. Look at that, 54 million monthly impressions. Whew. Look at that, 2 million, 3 million impressions, right? 3 million impressions. Angry Birds Nest. If you got a CPA offer with something to do with Angry Birds, man, look at that. $1.50 per 1,000 impressions. Look at that. 10 million inventory per month. Okay, 728 by 90, 300 by 250. Look at that. This is the banner size we need, right? You see that? 10 million impressions, $1.50. I bet if I go to this network, I bet if I go to this owner of this website directly and I say, hey, can I place? This is 300 by 250 right here. This is the banner right here. So if you're running a, you know, some kind of offer, you know, maybe it's a CPA, whatever, right? And you know, and you just go to this guy right here and you say, instead of, you know, instead of them charging you 150 per 1,000 impressions here, I bet if you go to this guy, you can probably negotiate it down and run your banner right over here for like 70 cents, maybe 75 cents per 1,000 impressions. Okay, do you guys see the power of this thing? Is this helping you? Let me know in the comments. Okay, and here, I mean, you're tapping into 10 million impressions per, you know, or up to 10 million impressions per month. Okay, up to 10 million impressions per month. So if you run, let's say if I get 500,000 impressions, right? At a dollar, right? That would be like $500. Okay, $500 for you know, 500,000 impressions. I mean, that's I mean, you're tapping into some absolutely ridiculous traffic. That's very, very cheap. Okay, that's how you find direct buys from intermediate. Okay, and then once that stuff is working for you, then you do a rollout. Then you go to a big network. Okay, here's a biggie. You want to make your publishers. You want to make people that you do business with, especially those site publishers, right? You want to make them your allies. Don't look at them as your as somebody that you need to fight with. Negotiate with, and put them in the corner and pin them in the corner and try to get the most out of them. Look, they're in business to make money, right? They're in business to sell you advertising. You're in business to sell stuff, right? So you want to pay as low as possible, and they want to sell you stuff for as much as possible. Okay, so but if you can make your publishers and your ally and your representatives your allies, right? If you can put yourself on their side of the table, all right, it's gonna pay off long term. Trust me. Okay, then you can come back to them and you guys can do more business, and they'll actually refer you. I don't want to do one-time deals with people. When I run my ads, I want to if it works for me, I want to come back to them, right? I want to have a source to where I can go to when I need traffic, and when I when I need to get traffic on demand, I can go to, and it's proven, and I have friends who will help me. Okay. Know your stats. Your cost per thousand. Obviously, we talked about that. Your earnings per click. Okay, earnings per click, which is out of for every single click that your site or your offer gets. Okay, what is the average? What is your average earnings for that? Okay, so you take 1,000 clicks, and based on what your conversion rate is, you calculate what is that per click. Okay. Your cost per click, your cost per acquisition. Okay, how much does it take? I mean, these are a little bit advanced numbers, guys, and again, some of you guys are like looking at this like, what is that? Listen, don't worry. I mean, this is something that's gonna come to you. I just wanted for you to see the big picture here. Okay. I will actually have a homework for you, for those of you guys who are up to it or up for it. If you're promoting a business opportunity, or if you're promoting something that has to do with customer lifetime value, there's a recurring billing, if there is something that would, if there's a back end of some sort, right, then you want to calculate what's your lifetime value for your customers. Okay. With Empower Network, for example, I've been, Big Idea Mastermind. My personal, my personal lifetime value, not even a lifetime value, but average customer value. If somebody signs up for $25 on the front end, okay, every $25 sign up is worth for me $1,365 or $67. Okay, so I know that. So anytime when I acquire a new sign up, and it's less than, and I pay less than $1,300 to acquire that sign up, all right, or to acquire that, I'm in profit. You know what I mean? And if you know your numbers, then you have room to play with. You have an ability to scale things. You have, you have some options. Start a spreadsheet and record your data. Okay, just do that. I might give you guys some other cool stuff here shortly. Just kind of watch your email if you're on my list. If you were invited here by somebody from either Big Idea Mastermind, some of our folks, we'll get you guys some cool stuff here over the next couple weeks. Some tools that will help you with this deal. Okay, and then what you do is you leverage this data on your new buys. Okay, safe averages for your cost or your click-through rate rather. I would say, if you could just, when you do your estimations, if you can estimate about 0.5% for the click-through rate, okay, then you should be fine. So when 100 people see your banner on the website, okay, how many of those people are going to click? That's the click-through rate. Okay, and so generally, I'd say low average is about 0.5%. So if you just calculate that, just like I did in the beginning, you should be fine. Again, a lot of times, if your banner is good, you might get 0.75% click-through rate, 0.8, which is even better. Okay. When doing big buys, this is not for everybody, but for those of you guys who will do big buys, there's just a couple pieces of advice I'm going to give you. Okay. Again, I talked about the out clause. You want to make sure that you will be, you can back out from your contract. 24 hours or 48 hours or 7 days. What's the out clause? Okay. If it doesn't work for you for some reason, you don't want to be stuck with the entire buy. You want to make sure that you have your delivery set up to be even. Okay. Frequency cap. This is also important. This only applies to big network buys. Okay. This does not apply to so much for the direct buys or intermediate buys. This is for big network buys. You want to make sure that your ad is displayed once every 24 hours. This is where I start with. Okay. One time per 24 hours. A lot of times they will, if you don't tell them this, they'll display your ad 50 times per day. Okay. And it occurs impressions. It just builds impressions, and you pay for those impressions, but it's the same people seeing your impressions. Does that make sense? I want to make sure that it gets displayed once per IP address per 24 hours. Okay. If I can, I want to pay based on my stats, not their stats, and I think that's it. So what we're going to do, folks, okay, what we are going to do, let me come back here to you, make sure that you guys are still with me. I was actually, I had my iPad here next to me so I can take a look at the comments if we have any questions, but my iPad just died, so I don't have an ability to see the comments, but you know what? I think I may. Hold on a sec here. I want to make sure that you guys are with me on this stuff. Okay. Let me know in the comments. I know this is like a minute delayed, but let me know if this stuff is making sense to you. See, what we want to do is I gave you guys a lot of information here tonight. Okay, as far as Banner Media, this strategy right here. Okay, this strategy can get you very, very targeted traffic, virtually as much as you want. Okay. And you can get it for about anywhere from 30 to 40, 60 cents per visitor. Okay, but that visitor is not a computer-generated visitor because somebody actually has to see your ad. They have to click on your ad. All right, and just like we did with the Exoclick network, right? We only pay when somebody clicks on our ad, and we're gonna pay 10 cents in that case. Okay. So is this stuff cool so far, guys? Because listen, this is just the beginning. I've got some really, really good stuff for you coming up in part 2 and part 3. Hold on a sec here. Let me get Big Idea Mastermind, traffic, Hangout. All right. I think my computer is lagging, or it's the network, or it's the Hangout, or something is lagging here. Maybe there's probably a lot of comments coming in. I don't know, but anyway, guys, hope that this Hangout was beneficial for you. Okay, hold on, I gotta get it back. Okay, here I am. Cool. See, I'm still learning this stuff, right? This Google Hangout thing is still kind of new to me. What we're gonna do is over the next couple of weeks, we're gonna do part 2 probably next week, and then part 3. What I want to do is I want to teach you guys some things that you can start applying in your business right away. Okay, and at the end of this little training series that we're gonna do together, right? My goal is I want you guys to be equipped and knowledgeable, all right, enough to go out there and be able to get yourself 5,000 or 10,000 visitors per day, okay, to your stuff. Now we will cover some things that will be on even lower cost, okay, traffic. Now there's some things that you can do with email agencies, and there's some things that you can do with with mobile marketing that's really, really hot. That you can tap into a lot of traffic. I mean, millions and millions of visitors for literally like 1 to 2 cents per visitor. We're gonna cover that stuff, folks. Okay. Let me know in the comments if you got some value from this tonight. Okay. We're gonna wrap this up. We've been going on here for almost 2 hours, so we're gonna cut this short now. I will see if I can post this presentation slides for you guys somewhere below the video, so you can come back and you can download it, you can review them if you want to, whatever. And that's about it. Okay, watch for my email if you want to attend these. Part 2 is going to be a different topic. It's still going to be advanced traffic getting strategies you can apply. Here's your homework for tonight. Okay, here's your homework. If you want to do that, okay, here's your assignment. Go ahead and find an offer. Okay, if you don't already have an offer, you should all have an offer to promote. Okay, if you don't already have an offer, find an offer, create a separate landing page for it. Okay, and put a test out there. Okay, spend like $50. Okay, and buy some impressions and see how it's gonna do for you. Okay, between now and next week. My intention is I want to. I want to create success stories, man. I want to give you guys some insights and some things. Here's the thing when it comes to traffic. When it comes to traffic, not everything is gonna work for you 100%, and you're not gonna hit a bullseye from the first try. Okay, you might hit very close to it, right? You might get profitable, but that's why I tell you and I stress that you gotta start on a lower scale. Okay, don't be crazy with it. Don't spend too much money. Don't borrow money to run a campaign. All right. Start small. Start with $50. Okay. There's a lot of publishers that will allow you to run an ad for like a month for 30 to 40, $50. Okay. If you have that, start at that level. Okay. See how it goes for you. You may need to tweak your ads. You may need to tweak your banners. Right. You may need to maybe advertise with a couple publishers, okay, and see how it's going to go for you. The beautiful part is you can make this work, okay? A lot of people just don't take the time to master anything. A lot of people just, they just dabble, right? They just dabble into this thing a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there. They're scattered all around. They're not masters of anything, okay? They're they're jacks of all trades and masters of nothing. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that. Focus on one thing, understand it, all right, and then move on to another thing, okay, and then add that to your arsenal. But when you focus on this, see this particular strategy again, it can give you virtually, well, I don't want to say unlimited because there's actually a limit. It can give you traffic into billions of impressions, okay, per day. Billions. I mean, it's virtually unlimited for you as a marketer. Okay, for me as a marketer, we'll never tap into 1 billion impressions per day. Even though that inventory is available, we'll never tap into that. Okay, this stuff. If all of us right now, we got 3,000, 4,000. I don't know how many people we got here on this hangout right now. But if everybody would go out there, okay, and start setting up campaigns doing this particular strategy, we would not even scratch the surface because there's just so much out there. People say, Vic, why are you sharing this stuff for free, man? This is this stuff it should be kept secret. Yeah, we can keep it secret. Since if you get my emails, if you're getting emails from somebody who is on Big Idea Mastermind, and you guys, our intention as a team here with Big Idea Mastermind, folks, is we want to give value, okay, to our followers, to our subscribers, to our to our friends and people that are following us, okay? And my personal intention is I just want to create success stories. I mean, traffic is unlimited, all right? It's gonna come down to you. If you apply this, how well you do your testing, and then what we can do is we can have follow-up. We can have follow-up hangouts to where we can just have Q&A, sessions. And just kind of watch for your email. We'll let you know when that happens. Okay. Right now, on your right side over here, I believe. Yep, it's right here because it's my right is your left and vice versa. So I think it's right over here. Go ahead and claim your free gift. It's the 48-hour traffic machine. It's the CPVR traffic method. It's a little bit of a different strategy. Still explain that module is actually, I pulled it out from High Traffic Academy, and I want you guys to have it for free. Okay, no strings attached. Go through it. Hope that hope it makes sense to you. Hope you resonate with it. Apply it. Let me know how it goes for you. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Until next time, see ya. Have a good night. Bye bye.